On February 13, 2017, 13-year-old Abby Williams and 14-year-old Libby Herman went for a walk in Monon High Bridge. This route was a popular place for photo shoots among young people because of the picturesque surroundings and gloomy atmosphere. There are abandoned railway tracks. Kelsey, Libby's older sister, brought the girls to the scene, where she was supposed to pick them up at 5:30 p.m. At the agreed time, the girl arrived to take Abby and Libby home, but they were not there, and phone calls to both remained unanswered. Kelsey began to worry that they might have fallen off a high bridge or gotten lost in the woods. Within half an hour, the parents arrived at the place, who decided to start walking the entire route on their own. Finding no trace, the police were called. Monon High Bridge is located in the small rural town of Delphi, Indiana. Very soon the news of the disappearance of two underage girls spread throughout the district, and hundreds of citizens rushed to search for them with flashlights, as it was already dark on the street. The girls' bodies were not found until the next day, a kilometer from the railway bridge. They were in a remote wooded area, on a piece of land that belonged to Ron Logan. The man was questioned. He said that he had heard about the disappearance of the girls, but could not imagine that the terrible find would be found on his territory. He also noted that most likely the girls came here themselves with their killer, since due to the dense ambush of trees, many holes, and steep climbs, it is not possible to move two bodies there in the night. In addition, all the girls' belongings were found with them, including mobile phones with important clues, some of which were published for public viewing to search for the killer. A video of a man walking across a bridge was found on Libby Herman's phone. They must have found him suspicious. The phone also contained a short audio recording made around the same time with the man saying "down the hill." Police say that other information was found in the phones, which is not disclosed for the sake of the investigation, as well as the cause of death of the girls. Several witnesses who visited the park that day and saw the girls were interviewed. All but one of them was identified, the man from the video. The girls weren't the only ones who saw him. The approximate description looked like this: a man about 180–185 cm tall, strong build, dark hair. Billboards with the alleged offender's orientation were posted across the state. The police received about 30,000 requests from observant citizens, which at the moment have not given tangible results. In September 2017, Daniel Nashon was arrested in Colorado. At the time of his arrest, he was driving a car with stolen Indiana license plates that had disappeared days before the girls disappeared in the same county. He was accused of intimidating passers-by who were walking in the woods with an axe. A few days before, a cyclist was shot dead there. In Colorado, he was sentenced to 3 years of probation and transferred to Indiana for arrest, since at the time of his presence in the state, he did not register his arrival. In the past, he served a prison sentence for rape. It was established that the man stayed in the state for about 2 weeks and all this time lived under the bridge, not far from the crime. Allegedly, he studied the nature and enjoyed the solitude. In early February 2018, police announced that Daniel had been removed from the list of suspects. The perpetrator has not yet been found. Abandoned railway tracks have always been the heart of the city of Delphi and, as a rule, were quite crowded. Parents were not afraid to let their children go there without supervision. Surprisingly, on a sunny day off, Abby and Libby were there alone with the killer.